Polo G was arrested on some very serious charges recently, including kidnapping, robbery, and assault. Here's why this could be the end of Polo G's career.
Okay, and I guess you got arrested like 5 or 6 times?
Yeah, like back to back. One, not like no serious cases, like thankfully, like I was grateful for that, but it was like I got a high-speed chase and
2 warrants were released for Polo G's arrest for 2 different police departments. On August 23, 2023, the Los Angeles Police Department raided the D&D rapper's mansion in search for his younger brother, Trench Brother. His brother had robbed the man who was supposed to shoot his music video at gunpoint, asking the victim to empty his pockets and still wire more money. For someone already established to an extent in the industry, Trench Baby had no reason to rob anyone. But he did it anyway. After the LAPD obtained their warrant to arrest him, Polo G also got roped in because his brother lives at his mansion. The warrant was to arrest Trench and search his house. As the police arrived at Polo G's house, the rapper posted on his IG story, wondering why an entire police squad surrounded his house.
Bro, the U.S. Marshals got my house surrounded. They got my house surrounded, gang. What the
The police officers found guns in the house and inside the cars, registered in Polo G's name, and he got arrested too. The police claimed that they arrested him to prove that he wasn't a convicted felon with weapons. According to Bradford Cohen, Polo G's lawyer, they were waiting to hear additional information on the incident. In his words, "We are waiting for additional information. The charges against Polo are very unusual, given the timing and alleged knowledge of the police." Mr. Cohen has a point, because it was Trench Baby's issue. He shouldn't have gotten arrested too. But the law works in ways we don't always understand, if you get what I mean. Polo G was charged with possession of weapons, while Trench Baby was charged with robbery. They were released on August 24th, 2023, a day after the arrest on bond. I'm sure the journey back home was quiet because Polo G likely didn't have the right words for his brother. If it wasn't quiet, it would have been filled with lots of cusses and threats to throw Trench Baby out of his house. I don't know for sure. Anyway, just when they thought things were going to be calm for a while, the Burbank Police Department arrested the brothers again, immediately after getting released by the Los Angeles Police Department. This time, the charges against them were worse. And based on an incident filed in April 2023, they were arrested for kidnapping, assault with a deadly weapon, and robbery. Let's hang on for a quick second. Polo G was arrested for kidnap? Of all crimes? As a celebrity, what's the rationale behind kidnapping someone else? Is this some sort of mafia stunt or just sheer ignorance? I believe they acted out of ignorance of the punishment that comes with kidnapping, because if they knew, they wouldn't have thought of it. Polo G and Trench Baby were eventually released after posting a $100,000 bond with former charges pending review at the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office. However, the case is far from over because they are both to appear in court on October 26, 2023. Although Polo G has bailed himself and his brothers out, he has only a few months to come up with a story that can help him avoid jail time. If he's found guilty of kidnap, he could face 20 years to life in jail. However, the charges against him aren't only kidnap related. He has weapons and robbery charges against him, which may attract more sentencing. So Polo G could get locked up with no charge of parole, because he would be considered a threat and menace to the state and society at large. Except stated otherwise, Polo G can travel to different states during this waiting period. But he has to be in court in October or things could get worse for him. Polo G has come a really long way in his career, but he could lose everything in the space of a few minutes due to bad decisions. It appears that terrible decisions are the greatest killers of the success of drill rappers. What I still don't understand about this case is why Polo G is getting mixed up in his brother's mistake. It's almost as if the law enforcement officers are trying so hard to nail him and throw him behind bars. He wasn't a convicted felon before this incident, and the treatment he has been getting has been quite reasonable. His lawyer also has the same thoughts. In his statement released via TMZ, he said, "We believe once all the facts come out, it will be a very different picture than how the charges look on paper." It appears that Bradford Cohen is convinced that the police have no case against his client, and they will come up with stories to defend themselves. Well, isn't that always the case, rappers? They get roped up in some silly situation, and an unrelenting investigation begins. From there, a case that should never have been is raised against them, and they appear in court and get sentenced. Sometimes the prison sentence is light. Other times, The prison sentence is insane and unmerited. But is there a solution to it? When you maintain your gang affiliation as a celebrity, everything you do is under scrutiny. And the smallest mistake becomes something big enough to criticize. Now hear me out. I'm not saying Polo G is innocent. If he is found guilty, of course he should be punished. My point is, the first arrest made by the LAPD was unnecessary, especially as his brother was the target. Polo G's arrest led to an uproar in the hip-hop community. One Twitter user said, "Why do these rappers throw away their careers?" It's the same question I've been asking. Because why should someone as big as Polo G be involved in petty crimes like theft and more heinous ones like kidnap? How does he justify it? What could he possibly say in his defense? I kidnapped my victim as an act of self-defense? Does that even sound right? In response to the previous tweet, another user said, "Probably feel they're in a bubble because they made bread rapping. Unfortunately, they are not untouchable." Well, I must agree with user Big Mike, because rappers do the most unimaginable stuff and add it to their lyrics. They act like the law is one with them, and they can easily say anything without getting in trouble. For Polo G, he didn't rap about his crimes, but still managed to get in trouble somehow. Rapper Lil Nick posted, Polo G was arrested. Police house arrest. Somebody tell me why. He ended the post with, #Free Polo G. Although the rapper is now out of jail, the case sparked a debate on gun ownership and hip-hop. A common theme of hip-hop music is violence, whether we like to admit it or not. There's even a category named gangsta rap. Polo G's style of rap is drill, and the genre has been known to always promote violence and gun usage. Many drill rappers before Polo G have either been put down or locked up for the violence they perpetrate. For Polo, he's facing the possibility of getting locked up for life. With the kind of dangerous drama he's in, where he has ops everywhere, it would be unwise for him to not own any firearms. We don't condone violence, but it's best to always stay on guard. As a drill rapper, you're your own greatest enemy because you call out people in your songs and sometimes get involved in unplanned physical altercations. So it's best to be alert and ready to go whenever there's a situation. However, Polo G's readiness landed him in more trouble than necessary. His future in the rap game is hanging on a thread, and if his attorney doesn't have a good argument for him, things can go really bad for him. The rapper's attorney has made plans to sue the police department responsible for Polo G's arrest if things become too bad. Anyway, the arrest hasn't made that much of an impact on Polo G's career. If there's anything it's done, it has gained him more street cred. It's like his career now is similar to how things were when he just started out. Polo G was destined for greatness because the very song he released, titled ODA, on YouTube and SoundCloud, gained millions of plays. But he still wasn't quite there yet until the latter parts of 2018 when he got arrested and released Finer Things. He wrote the song while incarcerated and gained millions of views and plays. The song got him a feature with Lil TJ, and they released Popped Out, which got the rapper a record deal with Columbia Records. Now that he's facing trial again and getting ready to drop his album, Hood Poet, on September 15th, 2023, this may be good publicity for him, as his name will be in the news for a while. Is this the right kind of publicity? Definitely not, but he can take advantage of it. For him to get the desired results, he would have to stay out of trouble from now to the album drops. Now is also the best time for him to release a statement through his lawyer or directly on his page, because his fans are expecting him to clear all the allegations. If he can, he may have to renounce his gang membership because it may come up in court and affect his case. But all these are just suggestions and not a guarantee of anything. Can the rapper beat his case? With a solid argument, yes. However, if the evidence is stacked against him, he may spend the rest of his life behind bars. Polo G's career has seen a steady growth since he decided to start releasing music in 2018. Gaining millions of plays on his first single motivated him to keep going until he collaborated with Lil TJ. The collaboration helped him sign a record deal and eventually create his own record label. He's the rapper whose albums has been certified double platinum. Every single album he's released. It shows how talented Polo G is and why he won't fade away from the music industry soon. While his songs may never fade, his presence on a global stage may be gone with the wind after his court hearing, slated for October 26, 2023. The rapper was arrested for kidnapping, assault with a deadly weapon, and robbery. For somebody at his level with a net worth of over $5 million, the charges against him are rather preposterous. It would take a miracle for him to get out of this mess, but his fans remain hopeful. On October 26, 2023, we will find out what the state has planned for Polo G. Until next time, y'all, peace.